Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are getting a chance to watch this. And I want to say happy Monday, but don't know if it's a Monday when you'll be watching this. So happy day. Um, I wanted to take a few moments. I'm hoping to do this every Monday and just kind of be able to get into our heart centers. I know originally I called it Mantra Monday, um, but then that just kind of keeps us to mantras. So it might be more of a mindful Monday, so we can expand a little bit more into um, maybe more meditations and those kinds of other activities. So, what I'd like to do to start um, is I kind of like to set things up. Okay, when I'm getting into my space, I'm getting ready to either meditate or do those kinds of things. So I always like to start with my ginger tea. I take a chunk of tea, ginger, throw it in some hot water. That's how I like to make mine. Um, and I don't know, something about the warmth and the smell of ginger. And plus, ginger's really good for us, and it helps clear the third eye and help us to connect to other realms, so to speak. So, something I always like to have with me. The other thing I like is to set some. This is sandalwood incense. We have this here at Trinity. It comes from Japan. I like these little sticks because I don't need a whole one, especially if we're going to do just a half hour. I can break it in half, save the other half for later, light this one. And the point of getting all of this together is to tell the body, the mind, that this is what we're doing, um, so that we can, you know, get more in that space. It's like warming up um, when you're getting ready to run or work out. You want to get warm and make sure that your body kind of knows what you're doing here. Okay. So, so let's take a moment because the next important thing is to get into a space where we are in a society where we are constantly in fight or flight. And some people who came into the world with their dukes up. Some of us have just learned over time that that's where we're going to be, just constantly with those ready to fight or flight. Or I am one who is very good at, or has been good at, just the freezing. Can't run, can't fight, you just freeze. And so we don't want to live in that state. We know how stress wreaks havoc on our bodies. We're always going to have that cortisol. And the thing about us humans is that we have these beautiful, amazing brains. However, they make it really hard to get out of um, fight or flight. You know, gazelle can be being chased by a cheetah or what have you, and they can run, 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 and when they're in safety, they go, whew, and just kind of see them shiver. And that's their bodies turning off fight or flight, and they go back to eating. Our brains love to tell the stories over and over again, right? And every time we tell a story, it changes a little bit. We don't remember things 100%. But that keeps us back, it takes us right back into that moment. And our brains don't know, and our bodies don't know that if we're in fight or flight or not. Um, so, it's important for us to be able to bring back ourselves. And it's not always easy, but that's why we do things like meditation, mantras, doing guided meditations if you have trouble quieting the brain and the mind and the monkey chatter, or doing a mantra that you can bring yourself back to. Doing breath work is a great way to calm all of these down. And so I am in my office today, and people are coming in and out, and you may hear noises in the background. And it always reminds me of a story in Sedona, and some of you have heard me tell this. But I'm sitting up on Sugarloaf. I got up early and I was staying in a place close to Sugarloaf, which is one of my favorite little mountains to sit on and watch the sunset. And so got up early and I'm trying to get up there to get on the top to watch the sunrise. And it took me a minute to get up there. There was javelinas in the way, and I did actually get up there just to sit in the middle of it and just enjoy the peace. There was nobody else around me. The javelinas had moved on. And I'm just sitting, and it's a spot that overlooks Sedona, the town, and then you have Thunder Mountain and all these beautiful mountains behind you. And I am just in that peace. You know, they talk about that good spot where you're just sitting there and you're at peace and you're just in so much joy. And this group of women come and they sit right down in the middle of the area that I'm in. And they're talking about their mother-in-laws and their husbands and I'm like, oh my God, you know, and I can feel my stress coming up and coming up. And you know, my guides, I love my guides. They do that little tap on the top of my head. And I hear, Angie, they are only interrupting your solitude. You are allowing them to interrupt your inner peace. And I went, you're right. So I just took my time, blocked them out, sat and enjoyed. And one of them came walking around. I think I scared the bejeebies out of her because she didn't know I was there. It was so quiet. So, you know, we allow things in our day to day to take us out of our peace as well. So, one of those things to think about and keep in mind. But with that, so I want you to get comfortable. Um, yes, hi Danielle. So he almost called you Dana. Oh my goodness. I just separate. I am always calling Danielle Dana and Dana Danielle. I guess now. So somewhere in my brain I have put you two together. Um, but let's go ahead and bring ourselves into a space, taking those nice deep breaths and bringing the breath all the way down into the belly. So here, before I bring this up, so I've had people on my table who I tell take a deep breath and they go, and I'm like, no, no, wait, come back. Bring that breath all the way down into the belly. So you want to breathe all the way down into here. You don't want the shoulders to move hardly at all, but just those nice deep breaths. And what that does, when we bring those breaths down into the belly, and we push the diaphragm down, it stimulates the vagus nerve. And that helps stimulate our rest and digest. That's our bringing that calmness in. You know, what do we do when kids are upset? We tell them to breathe, right? So sometimes we forget to do that ourselves. So bringing that breath all the way down into the belly. And if you can, sit with your feet either on the floor, nice and flat, so that we're connected to Mother Earth. Sit up as straight as you can. However, if this is not comfortable for you, I am a huge component. I don't want you to be comfortable. Okay? If you're not comfortable, you're not going to come back. And that then defeats the whole purpose, right? So sitting in a lotus with your fingers in a mudra and all of that is wonderful if it's comfortable for you. If it's not, then that's okay. Please get comfortable. But if you can connect with the earth for just this moment while we do some little breathing exercises. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do square breathing. So what that does is that slows our breath down to about 2, 3, maybe 4 breaths a minute instead of the 12 that we typically do, which again helps bring down that fight or flight, get us into rest and digest. So to do square breathing, we're going to breathe in 4. So breathe in 2, 3, 4, hold it, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. And we'll continue doing that, at least for a couple of rounds. Get us at least a minute or two in. You don't have to count. I'll keep the beat for us. And you just breathe. Okay, so remember, bring that breath all the way down into the belly. All right, go ahead and take a cleansing breath. Good. Now, when you're ready, breathe in, hold, exhale, and hold. 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 Breathe in, hold, and exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Breathe in, hold, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Breathe in, hold, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Good. So I hope you can kind of sit and notice how you felt before the breathing, how you feel now. Good. All right, so it's funny. When I was first talking to my guides about this, they definitely called it a mantra Monday. And I was like, okay, we can do that. There's plenty of wonderful mantras out there. I will not be doing them in Sanskrit, only because, well, not all of them. There are some really great ones out there. There are people who can sing them much better than I can, and pronounce them much better. And for me, I know that there is the vibration of Sanskrit and all of those things. But if I'm stumbling over the words, if I don't completely understand the meaning of them, it doesn't have as much meaning to me. And I know there's a lot that can go into all of that. And by all means, we'll hit some Sanskrit, some maybe easier ones. But like I said, there's so many wonderful people out there that will do them so much more justice than I will. So I will leave that to them. And then today, for the first one, they're like, do Om. I'm like, okay, we can do Om, which is just the sound of the universe. Okay, so we'll start with Om, and it is Om. So you want to make sure you get that M sound in there. A lot of times people go Om, Om. Make sure you get the sound in there as well. All right. I do have some mala beads, and so there's lots of different mala beads. I believe these ones are serpentine. I've had them for a very, very long time. I think I got them at one of my very first Body Mind Spirits, which has been ages ago. So, but there's 108 beads on here, and that's important because mantras are usually done in 108. And the reason is because the 1, we are 1, the 0, because we are nothing, and the 8, because we are everything. So if you've ever wondered why it's 108, that's why. All right, so if you have mala beads, fantastic. If you don't, that's okay. So they say that you want to put them over your middle finger and move them this way, okay, for every time that you do the mantra. See what works for you and what doesn't. So, okay. And then just as like the first one's Om, so Om, Om. I don't know if you can see that. And you just move a bead for every one. So you don't have to count 1 Om, 2 Om, because I don't know about you, I will never remember. All right, so if you have mala beads, you start by next to the big bead. Okay, and I will count if you don't have mala beads, fine, so no worries. So let's take a nice another cleansing breath in and out. Good, and breathe in and begin. Om. 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 Aum. 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 Last one. Taking that cleansing breath in. Taking a few moments to feel your body, to feel the vibration, where you feel those vibrations. So, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching whenever you get a chance to. Next week, we'll see what comes up. Alright, so have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love, much gratitude. Have a beautiful one day.